Mr. Ligero! Here he is! Come on. Hello. Good drive? Good to see you here. Good luck on defending the Internet Championship tonight against Pete Dunne. It's going to be a great match. You know, I've been listening to the fans, and they want more Ligero, and I can't blame them. You are a fun guy to watch, which is why I've entered you in the APTTT! Okay, so, unfortunately, El Desperado, he's unavailable tonight, so I have found a very, very special partner for you! Double duty, you're doing 2 matches! Good luck! Yes!
Here we go then, action from the WCPW Tag Team Title Tournament. The team you're about to see, Moustache Mountain, only in their 2nd tag team match here in this promotion, but both of these gentlemen were in singles action recently on Loaded, and both, Jim, were very impressive.
Well, that's right, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, the tag team called Moustache Mountain, here to compete tonight in the quarterfinal match in the WCPW Tag Team Title Tournament.
Tyler Bate in singles action against Liam Slater. Bate was victorious. Trent Seven had an incredible hard-hitting match against Johnny Moss, came out on the losing end of that one. So these 2 teams, what a piece in singles competition recently, but now only one of them can win the rubber match and advance to the semi-finals of the tournament.
Hey, it's go big or go home. And for one of these teams, there will be no tomorrow in this tournament. Moustache Mountain taking their time.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is scheduled for 1 fall. As a quarterfinal match in the WCPW Tag Team Championship Tournament. Introducing first, making their way to the ring, weighing at the 5-weight of Super Hench, hailing from the cabin of the halfway point, they are the team of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Together, they are Moustache Mountain!
It's become a tradition very quickly when Moustache Mountain come to ringside here. They shake hands with every fan in the front row. A real throwback feel to this team.
I was going to say, I hope they don't shake hands with everybody all in the entire arena. We'll be here till Thursday.
An incredible sight here in the Silver Blades Arena. Barely a spare seat in the house. As we said, over 2,000 fans here as Seven and Bate make their way into the ring. It'll be very interesting to see how these 2 strategize here. Johnny Moss, obviously the much more experienced of their 2 opponents. Will they therefore focus their energy on the rookie Liam Slater?
Well, I think they've almost got to, because Johnny Moss is an extremely experienced competitor. He's taken Slater under his wing as a protege. But if there is a weak link on the team of Moss and Slater, it would be Slater's inexperience.
Bate and Seven, as you can hear, developing a loyal following.
Introducing their opponents.
There they are, Liam Slater and the Cumbrian Man Mountain, Johnny Moss.
Making their way to the ring, they are the team of the Lazarus Kid, Liam Slater, and the Vigilante, Johnny Moss. Together, they are All Business.
Moss and Slater against Moustache Mountain and I was about to say that Johnny Moss has come out here looking intense, but that's kind of an obvious thing to say. I don't know
that's like jumbo shrimp and government intelligence. This guy has intensity written all over him. He stares a hole straight through you. You can't rattle this guy. And Slater, a young man with a bright future, he has really hooked his wagon to a big horse there. And I believe the two of them together could be one of the favorites in this tag team tournament.
Moss just looks like he's chiseled from rocks from the mountains of the Lake District where he's from, but it's going to be Slater who starts things out.
And I've heard so much about Slater, but I hear he has the Lazarus. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
The Lazarus Kid is his nickname.
The Lazarus Kid, and much like the mythical Lazarus, he is definitely rising and has a bright future ahead of him.
Well, I think Lazarus obviously famously rose from the dead. I think Liam Slater has gained that nickname because of his resilience, his ability to fight back after taking a tremendous amount of punishment, and we'll see if that comes out tonight.
Already starting out quick here with a World of Sport style exchange. These guys are so smooth, so athletic, so quick.
Bate goes underneath, and Bate into that chokehold a stranglehold, I should say, on Slater. Slater is going to go underneath the legs, a clever reversal for this young man from Leeds. And Bate in a position he does not want to be.
Look, well, Bate can turn it into a negative or a positive. He gets the positive.
Well, the cover is 1.5, and Slater gets out. But you can see the frustration on Slater's face that he allowed himself to have his shoulders temporarily pinned to the mat.
Good show of sportsmanship there, a handshake, but now Johnny Moss entering the ring, and we may see the tempo or certainly the demeanor of this contest change. Tremendous crowd here at the Silver Blades Arena in Greater Manchester. Over 2,000, as you said, packing the arena. They met many of the stars, got their autographs and their pictures earlier this afternoon, and now it's time for the action.
Yeah, a real positive atmosphere here tonight after that convention this afternoon. As you said, Jim, so many of the great stars of the wrestling world on hand to meet our fans.
And we had some great visitors. Georgia Smith, the daughter of the British Bulldog. Marty Jones, a World of Sport legend, back in the locker room area telling stories, showing off some holds. Maybe these young men picked up a few things from the great Marty Jones.
That's right, the great and the good, the great and the good of British wrestling, past and present here tonight. Look at the power of that elbow.
Moss moves.
So much speed for a big man, so much agility.
Moss and Slater, so far they have things well in hand.
So Bate is regrouping. It was Bate against Slater in singles action, so Bate and Moss not really had a chance to lock it up, and Moss, as you saw, Jim, really got the better of that confrontation.
Well, now Trent Seven, who at body weight at least, possibly and certainly a couple inches in height, may be the biggest man on his team, going against Moss, the biggest man on his team.
So this is a rematch from Loaded. These two were exchanging chops, Jim, so hard for such a large portion of that match that Johnny Moss started bleeding from the chest.
Well, I saw that happen in NWA World Championship matches in the 80s with Ric Flair and Ronnie Garvin, where neither man would back down. They would hit each other so hard they would bleed literally through the pores of their skin. And that's what I like about the WCPW action I've seen so far. You can hear the smack of the meat in the flesh.
With a collar and elbow tie-up between these two. Moss turning that into a variation on a sleeper hold.
Kind of a modified English cravat.
He spins him around on a shoulder block, but Moss unable to do to Seven what he's able to do to a lot of other opponents. Seven very firm on his feet and will not go down easy.
Well, now they're playing some mind games. I don't think that's going to work with Mr. Moss.
We saw this on Loaded. It lasted for ages because neither of these guys prepared to give an inch.
Well, if you're not going to give an inch, you're going to have to hit harder than that. Somebody's going to have to go down. Oh,
and now we're back to Chop City.
Surprise knife edge there. And the WCPW crowd really gets into these contests. Oh, just blistered him. Oh.
You see the sweat exploding off the chests of both these guys. Good God. Sounds like a bullet coming from a gun.
Trent Seven, swing and a miss. Held it belly overhead with a release. Johnny Moss showing the power and the authority.
And Trent Seven must weigh, what, 230 pounds, something like that, and Moss just lifting him up like he was like 10 pounds.
Well, next to Moss, oh, wait a minute, teamwork here. Moss drops Slater.
Slater cover, he's got that leg hooked. Shoulders are down, he gets 2, but he only gets 2.
Referee admonishing Moss to leave the ring. He might have gotten a 3 count if Moss had gotten out quicker, so the referee could have got into position.
Slater, though, feels that momentum is swinging towards his side, but Seven countering, and Seven showing that strength. Shades of the British Bulldog, whose daughter is here today, with the delayed vertical suplex.
And a tag and a handoff. I have never seen that before. And the blood rushing to the head of Liam Slater. He's disoriented at this point. He could black out. That's the strategy of this. Once he's so disoriented, oh, for heaven's sake, could it be again?
No way. Oh my God. I'm looking at Liam Slater's face, and it is turning purple.
When's the last time you hung upside down for a minute and then got dropped from 6 feet in the air?
I'm pleased to say it's never happened. There's Seven with another cover, and Slater again getting that shoulder up, showing some of that resilience that's gained him the nickname the Lazarus Kid.
Moss coming in, but a swing and a miss. Scoop slam.
Slater's still in though. Slater is still the legal man. I'm not sure
Oh!
what's in there. And Slater deposited on his tag partner.
Moss and Slater have suddenly lost control of this whole thing.
Oh, Seven picking up his own partner, Bate, to do even more damage to Slater. Don't forget this is part of the tag team title tournament, and Seven goes down on Slater as well.
Well,
Winners of
Seven wants to be the master of Moss and Slater. I'm sure Moss and Slater want to be the master of Bate.
I beg your pardon.
You know what I mean.
Moustache Mountain soaking in the applause from this capacity crowd in Manchester. Here's Slater though. Slater grabbing Bate. Moss has Seven. Stereo slams perhaps. Holding him up for a long, long time and dropping him down.
And folks, that ring is harder than Chinese arithmetic. You saw both those bodies literally bounce off the canvas.
You know, and it's really interesting the crowd dynamic here, because Moss and Slater until this point have always been able to count on the support of the WCPW fans, but you heard the jeers there, the boos, as it seems this crowd is very much on the side of Moustache Mountain.
And they're chanting right now, Moustache Mountain, as Moss goes for a forearm shiver.
A lateral press by Moss, but Tyler Bate will save his partner. In comes Slater, and for the second time in as many minutes, referee losing control. All 4 men in the ring. And
Good God!
not for long, because Slater and Bate go flying over the top rope.
Crossbody block, and both men tumbled over the top rope. Both men trying to regain their composure in the ring. There's a dive!
Oh God!
Through the ropes.
Seven takes out Slater and takes out his own partner as well. Look at the athleticism on display in the Silver Blades Arena.
It looks like a car wreck. Wait a minute, watch Moss!
No way.
The big man!
Oh, no, no.
Will he fly?
Good God! 300 pounds of Man Mountain comes crashing down on all 3 men in this match.
It looked like a double-decker bus in a crash in downtown London.
Johnny Moss flying through the air like a man half his size. Seven comes back with the chop.
Moss tried to throw his man into the ring, but Seven resisted that, and my God, Moss's chest is dripping blood.
This is what we saw last time these two competed. And Seven zeroing in, sniper-like. Oh God! Moss moved out the way, and Seven may have broken his hand.
He chopped that metal ring post, and I heard it ring from here. That unforgiving steel. Flesh nor bone is a match for that steel ring post.
Bate and Slater are still down here after the chaos we saw at ringside. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's Moss and Seven. This is deja vu from their match on Loaded. No love lost between these two heavyweights,
It's deja vu all over again.
as they say. Slaps across the face. Neither man prepared to give an inch.
Head-to-head, mind games and physicality combined. Chop, slap, goes for the punch, swing and a miss. German suplex.
Johnny Moss, once again, manhandling 7, but 7 responding in kind. That's just enraged Moss even more.
Oh, but wait, back elbow into a clothesline. Tag team continuity by Moustache Mountain. There's a legal tag there.
And now they're going to make the most of that 5 seconds they have to double team.
Slater still trying to get his bearings outside the ring. Moss is all alone.
Bate will go for the cover. He's the legal man now. And a double pin.
That was a double cover. I'm not sure the referee should count that. I think he's lost control of this. Slater pulls his man over to be able to make a tag.
I'm not sure that should be allowed either, but in any case, Slater is in. And Slater and Bate, if you're keeping score at home, are now the 2 legal men. 7 needs to get out of there. Referee needs to do his job.
Well, Slater's doing a pretty dadgum good job of keeping these guys occupied while Moss tries to get his bearings. But Slater, the smallest man in the contest, sooner or later he's going to have to make a move and make it quickly.
This might be it. Slater takes a run up off the ropes and a double headbutt into the chest of Liam Slater.
Slater walking recklessly and attempting to fall.
Slater is almost dead on his feet, but there's another German suplex. This time 7 on Slater. And are we going to see one from Tyler Bate? Yes, we are.
A bridge. Look at that wrestler's bridge. Beautiful.
And he didn't get him. He didn't get him because Moss broke it up by German suplexing the body of Trent Seven. Unbelievable.
These guys are using each other as weapons.
Look at how much these 4 men are prepared to put on the line for a spot in the semi-finals of the WCPW Tag Title Tournament. The crowd showing their appreciation for all 4 of these guys.
Well, these guys, it's just a slap to the back of the head. These guys are laying it on the line for the WCPW crowd in this quarterfinal Tag Team Championship Tournament contest.
Instinct alone, look at all of them wobbly on their feet.
The winners here will go to the semifinals. We don't yet know, obviously, who they will face. I can't imagine it's going to be a tougher contest than the one they're in right now. This is a chop circle.
Absolutely, chop circle. Yeah,
you've heard of the crop circles. This is a chop circle.
Slater gets taken down. Moss ducks a double clothesline. That'll take you out. Good God! Just strike after strike after strike. A boot to the face of Slater. And look at the power of Bate to get Moss on his shoulders. What's this though?
I have no idea. But with the man on his shoulders, he's hooked another man.
Good God!
Giant swing.
Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? Unreal.
And he's the smallest man in this contest. What power from Liam Slater. I'm sorry, let me take that back from
Bate.
From Tyler Bate. He just swung Liam Slater around.
With what must be, a 20-stone man on his shoulders.
Well, however many that is in pounds, I'll agree with you.
Trust me, that's about right.
I'm still trying to figure out the thermostat, but he just put that man on ice.
Oh God, fisherman suplex by Moss. And he may have knocked Bate flat out cold. He's got 7 on his shoulders now, does Moss. And we've seen this before.
Wait a minute. Using as a springboard.
Slater with the headbutt. Cover on Bate. And Slater and Moss advance in the tag title tournament. What a match.
Tyler Bate turned into fish bait.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match advancing to the semi-finals. The team of Liam Slater and Johnny Moss.
Tremendous contest. The quarterfinal tag team tournament match goes to the men who will be advancing to the semifinals. Johnny Moss, Liam Slater.
You know, I could have watched that all night. Slater, Moss, and Moustache Mountain in an epic tag team contest here at True Legacy. As you say, Jim, Moss and Slater advancing. We know prospects are already in the semi-finals as well, and there are 2 more spots to fill. We'll find out in due course who those are. But Jim, we are just getting started. An enormous night of action ahead.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
They're not leaving the ring yet. Is Moustache Mountain not finished? They want some more? No.
well, 7.
Offering a hand.
I mean, they've been extremely sporting in all their contests so far. Is this a genuine offer? It looks like it is.
Well, there you go. Sportsmanship. From Moustache Mountain's Holly Bates Prince 7.
Nice to see. We don't always see that enough. But Bate and 7 with absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. They just brought their A game tonight. It was a really intense back and forth contest from start to finish.
Well, in this tag team tournament, it's going to be go big or go home. We'll see who the eventual winners are, but I may have to put some of my money on the winners of this contest. You see them up at the top of the ramp. Austin Slater's done a hell of a job.
There will be other tag teams backstage wondering how on earth they can stop Slater and Moss. But it's those two who advance. They're in the semi-finals as True Legacy rolls on.
Joe, a few words?
This has been quite a tumultuous time for the local hero on Refused to Lose. I faced the Olympic gold medalist. I got to realise my dream and be in the ring with the absolute best in the business, and although I didn't get the result that I wanted, I feel that I proved something in there. But as one chapter closes, another begins. Now what happened the other day with Cody and with Joseph Connors now means that Joe Hendry gets his title shot. But to be honest with you, I'm just as if not even more excited about getting my hands on Joseph Connors. And if I can win the WCPW championship in the process, well then, hey, this has been quite the run for Joe Hendry.